Hey there. So this is the first of hopefully many videos that are just a quick shot of content. Can you even put those two together? I think the first thing that we want to encourage you in is something that you probably experience every day. That you experience negative emotions, negative experiences, conflict inwardly. And I do believe that Jesus models for us an unconflicted life. That he is never conflicted about who he is, how other people see him, their view of him. And I think so often in our world today, we are so concerned with how other people view us because essentially we're getting our identity and our worth from other people, from our circumstances, from our jobs. That's where we're getting our value, and not from God, who wants to speak to your identity, who wants to give you identity so that you are living in the fullness of who he's created you to be, so that you can go out and move and shake things and invite other people into the kingdom and dismantle ways of thinking that are set up against the truth of God. And so a really practical and simple way of thinking about this is the fact that every negative emotion that you experience is in fact an invitation to intimacy with God. So when you're interacting with your roommate or your friend or a family member, and there's that little part of you that just seizes up or feels not enough or not intelligent, that little voice comes in your head that a friend of ours calls it their like mean roommate, that comes in your head and says, you're not enough, you're stupid, you're whatever it is, that negative emotion enters in, that instead of believing it, instead of giving it credence, instead of believing the lie, that you would pause, take note of what negative emotion is coming up in you, and then ask the Lord this: God, what do you want me to know? Because he wants to use that point of pain as a point of access to bring you into healing and into closeness with him. So when you experience that negative thing, whatever it is, I invite you to go to the Lord, to go to Jesus and say, God, what is it that you want me to know? What are you showing me? What is the lie that I'm potentially believing right now? And what is the truth that you want to replace it with? Because Jesus says that he came to swallow up death, and death, the word literally just meaning separation. So he came to swallow up death, anything that brings death, separation between us and God, us and ourselves, us and others. He's going to swallow up death, and he's going to replace it with life. And so what is that negative thing? Ask the Lord, God, what do you want me to know? What is the lie I'm believing? What is the truth that you want to give me? That he wants to make an exchange, and that is what is going to lead you to oneness with God and with yourself and with others. And so it's an invitation, a constant invitation that we have all the time from a living God who wants to reshape your mind, that you might be transformed, that by the renewal of your mind, so that you might know him and walk with him in fullness.